a yarn needle. I mean a crochet needle.
What is it used for?
When you want to write an invisible ink. Like you hang these up and then you put like the map of the United States with yarn.
What do you think those are for? What would you do? Like, what would you do with that motion?
If you gave me a ball of yarn, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Hey everybody, it's Katie, the Celestial Homebody, and here with me today I have... Dun, 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 dun. This is Michaela. This is my little big sister. She is here visiting this week because it is Celeste's first birthday, or it was yesterday. So she's here visiting. So we are recording this intro, and then we're going to play a fun little game with Michaela at the end of this video where I show her things in my craft room, give her a little tour, and see if she knows what these gadgets are used for, because you know nothing about crafts.
I'm not a crafter, never have
She
been.
is Sporty Spice. I am Crafty Spice. And she knows literally nothing about crafts. So that's going to be fun, showing her some things that you and I use as crafty people that she has never seen before. So we'll see what she has to say about the office. And then in between these things, I am going to show you what I made this week. And I went crazy this week. I will explain momentarily. Sorry I look like a drowned rat today. We were out all day. We had a very long day today. So I just had to come home and shower and wash my hair. So let's kick her out so that I can do my thing, and then we'll bring her back. So like I said, we have had an eventful weekend, which is why I'm looking a little ratchet today. We were out all day in Cincinnati at an Oktoberfest thing at like a German cultural center thing there. And it was a lot of fun. I had a bratwurst. Michaela had some beer. I am not, that does not appeal to me in the slightest. I did have a sip of hers, and I was like, all right, I can officially say I've experienced the Oktoberfest vibes. But it was a lot of fun. We danced. Celeste loves to dance. So we listened to like the German music and all the little kids there in their little lederhosen and alpine hats. It was just so precious. We had a really great day, but it was very sunny today. And you guys know how I do in the sun. Fortunately, this time I did put on SPF 100, but still being out in the sun all day long just sucks the energy from me. I wish that I was one of those people who got energy from the sun via photosynthesis, you know, like a plant, but I am not. The longer I'm out in the sun, the more that I just want to go inside. That is why they call me the Celestial Homebody. So we had a fun, busy day today out in Cincinnati. And then yesterday for me, for you, it's been a couple days, but it was Celeste's first birthday. So my baby girl just turned 1. And I have so many bittersweet feelings about it. And I feel like that's normal for parents who celebrate, you know, their baby's first birthday, especially having lost her big brother Sawyer. You know, it's like, I'm so proud of her for reaching this milestone, and proud of us as parents that we made it through the first year, but she's such a big girl now. I was looking through pictures of, you know, when we brought her home from the hospital, and she was such an itty bitty little thing in preemie clothes. And now she's a big girl. She's walking with assistance. But she's loud. She's found her voice. Her hair is long. It's just makes my mama heart hurt a little bit, knowing that I'm never going to get that time back with her. But we had a great day yesterday on her birthday. Obviously, Michaela's in town. She flew in from California, and my mom is here. She lives here in Indiana. So we spent the day as a family with Ryan, Elsie, and I. Elsie, I don't think I ever told you guys, Elsie is sometimes what we call Celeste. It's just her nickname. So Elsie, Ryan, Michaela, my mom, and I spent the day together. We started the morning actually doing, it's called a Walk to Remember. It's put on by Franciscan Health every single year, and it was the 40th annual Walk to Remember, and it is an event that honors babies gone too soon, because if you did not know, October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. I actually made a post about it here on YouTube and over on Instagram about shirts that I'm selling for. I'll talk about that in a second, to raise awareness funds for pregnancy and infant loss. But the Walk to Remember has been going on since like the 80s, and every year families get together and we walk a path of remembrance. So there is a beautiful little trail that goes from an elementary school to a park, and along that trail they line it with signs with babies' names who have passed on, and families from all over Indiana come to walk that every year. And then at the end of the walk at the park, they do a memorial service where they read all of the babies' names and play songs. They do a dove release, and it's all just really beautiful and heartwarming. We have been doing that since the first year that we lost Sawyer in 2023. And it's crazy to me that it's like 40 years of that, and how many thousands of families have walked that path and are walking the path that we have, you know, with baby loss. So that was a really sweet way to start Celeste's birthday, by honoring her brother. And that actually brings me to a little fundraiser that I'm doing for the Star Legacy Foundation, which is a wonderful not-for-profit foundation. You can find them at the starlegacyfoundation.org, I believe it is. I'm going to link it for you in the description box. But they do research to help prevent future miscarriages, stillbirths, and infant deaths. Because if you did not know, our son Sawyer passed away at 17 hours old. He was stillborn, revived shortly after, and then lived for 17 hours before losing his battle with multiple organ failure from the lack of oxygen. And so every year during the month of October, during Baby Loss Awareness Month, I do some sort of fundraiser to do something to give back to the families or prevent future families having to go through this. So this year we're doing Sawyer Stitches, which has been going on for a while. And by the way, next weekend, I'm going to be taking all of the donations and donating those. And I might film just like a couple of clips from that. I'm not going to do a whole video or vlog or anything. I'm so sorry if you can hear Paisley in the back. She is, can you see her? Nope. Camera's just out of view. Both the dogs got shaved, so they look like little naked mole rats right now. But anyways, I'm donating all of Sawyer Stitch's stuff next weekend, but also through the entire month of October, I am selling shirts that I designed on my website, and all of the proceeds from the sale of those shirts are going to be donated to the Star Legacy Foundation in Sawyer's name, on behalf of him, to fund the research, but to hopefully prevent further babies from suffering what he had to suffer through. Yeah, it's just a cause that's very important to me. So if you're interested in purchasing a shirt for the Star Legacy Foundation fundraiser, that link will be in the description box below. But I got majorly off track here. I'm trying to do this so I don't have to edit this video, because I'm filming it very, very late Sunday night, and I want to go hang out with my sister who's visiting and not have to edit it. So forgive me if I'm stumbling a lot. And I promise I'm going to get to showing you what I crocheted this week and showing you the things that I went crazy on. We'll get there. But also on Celeste's birthday, we took her to her favorite restaurant, which is Applebee's. She loves their garlic mashed potatoes. So after the walk, we went to lunch at Applebee's. Ryan and I love their, what is it called? It's like a chicken and shrimp dish with like this Cajun seasoning, and it comes out on a sizzling skillet. chef kiss. It is so delightful. And it comes with a side of garlic mashed potatoes. And from the time Celeste was eating solids, she was downing those garlic mashed potatoes. So we took her there and just let her go ham on her very own little dish of them because she was the birthday girl. And then after that, we went to 2 different malls. We went to Nordstrom at one mall in Indianapolis to get her very first pair of shoes, since she's like on the cusp of walking. She can walk pushing something. She walks like holding somebody's hand. So she's going to be walking on her own so soon. So we went and did her first pair of shoes there. And then we hopped over to a different mall to go to Build-A-Bear. If you did not know, I used to work at Build-A-Bear, and that was a good time. But because I worked there, I knew about this thing that they do. It's called the birthday bear. So this information is for you if you didn't know this. If you have kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews or just kids in your life, spread this information because I think it's really cool how they do this. So every year they do a different design for a birthday bear, and it's just like a standard teddy bear. There's nothing really special to it except for on the bottom of their feet, it's like a satin. It's, you know, their fur everywhere, but then on the bottom of their feet, this year it's like blue, and then there's a couple little balloons and a little Build-A-Bear flag and stuff on it. But every year they change the design. And if you take your child into Build-A-Bear on their birthday, you don't need to like show a birth certificate or anything. But for us, we had balloons and she had a little first birthday hat on. So I don't think they really thought anything of it. You know, they didn't ask any questions. But depending on how old the child is turning, that's how much you pay for the birthday bear. And then they also have like a little bundle where it's like $25 and you get the sound in the bear, you get a little outfit, you get a birthday sash, a birthday hat for the bear, and you can like ball out on this bear. But since she was turning 1, the bear was like $1.17 after tax or something like that. And so Celeste got to build her first bear, which was so sweet to me considering I used to be a bear builder myself. And like as we were stuffing, you know, on the other side of the stuffing machine hitting the pedal, I was like having flashbacks to me being on the other side actually stuffing and like thinking about how back then, like I could have never fathomed myself being a mother and bringing my own baby to Build-A-Bear to stuff it, because I did that for so many families. So that was kind of a surreal moment, but we got some super sweet pictures of Celeste in her new little sparkly shoes. I'll put a picture up here if I remember. New little sparkly shoes, and with her birthday bear. She looked at it and cuddled it for like 2 seconds and then was like, okay, I'm on to something else. So then we came home, we did her cake, and she's a chocolate girl. And tonight Michaela's here, so once I'm done filming this and getting it edited and uploaded, we're gonna watch K-pop Demon Hunters because she has not seen it and I've been indoctrinating her with the music during our drives this weekend. She's only here for 2 days, so we gotta get some sisterly time in. Okay, let me show you what I made this week. So the first thing is kind of a cheater item because I did not make this week, but it's something that I've never shown you guys because I made this for Celeste when I was pregnant with her. And that was before I had a YouTube channel because I didn't start YouTube until she was like 3 months old. So long before I was making videos, I had made this for her. And then, was it last week or the week before? I had made that little unicorn that looked like Charlie the Calf. It was that Charlie the Calf pattern that I modified to be a unicorn. And she loved that thing. But I had made it for a friend for a commission. So I'm like, sorry, honey, you can't have this. But then I remembered that I had made her a unicorn lovey when I was pregnant with her. And I have not shown her this yet, but hopefully she loves it just as much as that other one. But this is what I made little over a year ago now, before we even knew our little Elsie girl. So this is a Mama Made mini pattern, and it was so long ago. So take everything that I say about this with a grain of salt. I'm going based on my memory of many moons ago, pre-partum. I want to say that I Frankensteined the Mama Made Minis patterns together. I used the book that you can get on Amazon, and then they also sell on Etsy. I'm sure if you have ever crocheted a lovey, you have at least stumbled upon a pattern from Mama Made Minis. I feel like they are one of the most popular pattern designers for loveys specifically. And they have a book, and I don't think that there is a unicorn in it. There might be. There very well might be. Or if there's not, then I just piece together different pieces of the other loveys in that book. And I did like the body from one animal, the head from a different animal. And then I would have just freehanded the horn or looked up a YouTube tutorial to do the horn. But I do remember what yarn I used on these. So this light pink, this blush color, was Sweet Snuggles Light or Chenille Home Slim. One and the same, you know what I mean. And I would not use this yarn now on a baby item, just me personally, but I do not feel like it is high enough quality to hold up to wear and tear that a toddler puts on this. So this will be a great test when I give this to Celeste, especially as she gets a little bit older and really puts it through the ringer. But I feel like just feeling the loops and threads chenille, it just kind of falls off the string. If you just look at it the wrong way, it's just gonna poof off that white string. So I don't know about how it's going to hold up, especially with like washing. I don't recommend ever putting your loveys or any sort of crocheted plushie or plushie in general into the washing machine. I've been on this soapbox before, so I won't spend too long on it. But having worked at Build-A-Bear, I know firsthand experience that mold does absolutely 100% grow inside of stuffing. Never ever put your plushies in the washing machine unless you plan on completely gutting them afterwards and replacing new stuffing, or letting the stuffing air dry in like sunlight or in a bright area and then restuffing and sewing the plushie back up, because you don't want mold growing inside of your kids' stuff. I mean, at least I don't know what you want to do, but I feel like that's probably not recommended. But anyways, even just like spot cleaning this yarn, I feel like it would not hold up at all. But I do love that color. I will say though, yeah, I'm looking, I have a Lise Voluto right there. You can kind of see it peeking out the corner. I have a Lise Voluto blush that I swear is like the same exact color as this, and I would trust the Elise to stand up to wear and tear, especially with a crazy rambunctious toddler, over the loops and thread yarn any day. But it is a very cute color. The sparkly for the body, this is Burnout Baby Sparkle. Ooh. And then the hair is a lot of fun. So if you know me, you know that I love a pastel rainbow. This, I want to say I got this on Temu, maybe. It might have been AliExpress. It was one, or Wish. It was one of those sites. It is very, very skinny chenille. But I just loved the colors in it. I will say that after using this yarn on a handful of projects, I don't love it because the color changes are very long. Like, I don't know how many yards, but they're like multiple yards long. And I prefer variegateds that change a little bit faster. Not even a little bit faster, just change faster. Like, I don't know, I would say like that is like the perfect length of a variegated for me, because it's enough where almost every stitch is going to be a different color. And I think that that creates a really cool look. That's why I love the Premier tie-dye yarn, because it is frequent color changes like that. Some of the Burnats variegated, they tend to be a little bit longer, but I have found a handful that are shorter segments. This stuff though, like, I remember having to pull out a bunch of yarn just to get to the next color, because I would do one little spiral and then I'd be like, okay, I don't want another green spiral. And if I just kept going with what the skein was giving me, I would have had every single one of these would have been a green. So I remember pulling it out and kind of like rewinding it on my fingers to set it aside for later, and then section off like the yellow, the blue, repeating the green, the yellow, the pink, pinky purple, and the blue again. So I will try to find the link for it, but again, this was like 2 years ago that I ordered this, so if it's available, I'll try to look on Amazon first before any other place, because I feel like Amazon is the most reputable place to get it. I have no idea what the horn yarn is. It's some sort of like golden chenille. This might be Parfait Chunky. I think that might be Parfait Chunky. And then for the eyes, I just embroidered them super duper like basic, 2 little eyelashes, just a horizontal slit there for the closed sleepy eyes. And it's for little kids, so of course I didn't want to do safety eyes on it. Tail is the same, and then the feet is also the blush. So we'll see how Celeste likes this and how this yarn on the hooves and the snout here, muzzle, snout. I think it's a muzzle on a horse. Can you also call it a snout? Traveling Pony Studio, can you help me out here? Would you also call it a snout? Or is that like a pig? Pig has a snout. I don't know, man. It is late and I am tired. You can tell my energy is probably quite low today, and I apologize for that. But we'll see how it holds up with a crazy rambunctious toddler. So the next couple things that I made are all the same pattern, and I actually made one of these, I think, last week. So you are familiar with it, but I will link the pattern for you again in the description box. And that is some sea turtles. God love them. Customers love the sea turtles, and you guys know my opinions on making sea turtles. I generally do not... I kind of mix generally and genuinely do not like it. I meant to say oh my gosh, now I don't even know. Not genuinely. Generally. You guys, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I generally do not like making sea turtles, but here I am this week making multiples. And the only exception to the sea turtles that I actually really enjoy making are if they're themed. So I have something that I'm going to show you in just a second here. But these two I made just plain ye old standard sea turtles. I will say though that using the tie-dye from Premier on the shells, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. I love those. So this shell on the green turtle, I want to say it's called Glowworm, something like that. Maybe Glowworm, Glow Party, Rave, I don't know. But then the green is called Key Lime, and that is the Premier Basic Chenille Brights. Now, what inspired me to make more sea turtles was, number one, I just need them because I sold out of them at my last market, but also I had a couple safety eyes that were in my ready to go already painted stash that I just kind of wanted to use. And last week I was talking to you guys about how on a turtle this size, I feel like using just the standard little black safety eyes doesn't do them justice. So on these I think these are 25 millimeter sinker eyes, and I picked colors for the shells and the bodies that went with the ones that I had painted. So on this Glow Party turtle, neon turtle, this is like a color shifting paint that I put on it. It is a beautiful, beautiful teal color. This is one of my favorite color paints that I use on eyes. I just think it's so vibrant and so beautiful. And then on this turtle, I had these eyes that hopefully you'll be able to see them in the camera. Can you see that little moon and stars in there? And then I put those in and then used purple sparkle paint on the outside of those. And I had made these for another project, but then I had decided that these were too small for said project. So I set them off to the side. And so I was like, I want to use those on a turtle. I just feel like they would be pretty. So I went to my variegated stash and picked out a shell color that I felt went with those sparkly eyes. And I feel like this Flower Power, I believe it's called, tie-dye from the Basic Chenille Brights, is the perfect combo. Like literally every single color that is in those sparkles in those eyes is in this shell. And then I paired it with my all-time favorite purple color, which is another Chenille Brights color. This is called Bright Violet. It's just so unique. It's so vibrant. These two turtles together look like they could get into some trouble because they are just so bright. Of the two, I think that my favorite might be the green, only because I really like the glow worm, whatever this colorway is called, in the tie-dye. I just think that the mix of the neons and the jewel tones is very unique and fun. Gives it a lot of depth. This one is okay, but it's like, it's pink and purple, you know, like that's been done before. This one is a lot more unique, I think. But regardless, we have two plain sea turtles, but I had mentioned that I really like making sea turtles if they are themed. So I have made a turtle like this in the past, and it actually sold at Fall Festival. Now I do have one more event. These bangs are killing me. Oh my goodness. I do have one more event coming up in the fall time, in the autumn time. So I thought that this would still have an opportunity to sell and be okay to make. So this is a pumpkin pie turtle. Isn't he cute? I custom made eyes for him in this glitter that I thought just screamed pumpkin spice. The last pumpkin pie turtle that I made, I think came out a little bit bigger than this, but it sold, like I said, so I don't have it to compare. But I did use the same pattern for these turtles and for this one. The only difference is that I took a round out of the shell because pumpkin pies aren't domed like this is. I added the little dollop of whipped cream, which was just free-handed and sewn on. And then instead of doing just a solid border around the outside of the shell, I just realized I didn't give these tails. Oops. Hopefully nobody notices. I just realized that. I was like, why does this butt look so plain? I don't think I ever give my sea turtles tails. Now that I think about it. Well, they're not anatomically correct, but I've never seen a purple turtle. Have you? They're for fun, you know? But anyways, instead of doing that around, that just plain around, I made it wiggly, wavy. This was a double crochet increase. No, half double crochet increase, chain one, and then the next stitch, half double crochet increase, chain one, etc. So on and so forth. Also, I had to get my finger pricked to get blood drawn, and they gave me a My Little Pony Band-Aid, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. So if you see that, so the brown in this, actually the brown and the orange are both Elise Voluto. I talk about this yarn all the time. I talk about this color brown all the time. I wish that I had an affiliate link with the Elise Voluto because this is my favorite yarn. I do have an affiliate link with Premier though, if you're interested in getting any Premier yarn. Doesn't cost you any extra more money, you know what I mean, but I earn a small commission off of orders so that I can continue to buy yarn to review it for you and whatnot. But this is that same brown yarn that I used on this bunny that I showed you guys last week. Was it last week? Gosh, that feels so long ago. But this is that same color brown that I love. Just a creamy, neutral brown. And then this orange color, is that not the perfect pumpkin color? It's just so like spicy. It's not too orange, too bright orange. It's not too mustardy or golden or brown. It's just pumpkin spicy. I don't know what else to tell you. So hopefully this little pumpkin pie turtle sells at my next market because that is going to be my last one during the autumn season. I mean, I guess you could have pumpkin pie at Christmas. How many of you guys have pumpkin pie at Christmas? I feel like it's definitely more of a Thanksgiving or autumn thing. Oh my gosh, I still love this bunny so much, you guys. She sits right here on my desk with me. So my friend Ash, who is Crescent Studios here on YouTube, also an amazing member and fellow crochet vendor. We actually met at Comic-Con and then again at PopCon, and now we're friends. So they ordered my Sunshine Guy. Do you guys remember Sunshine Guy? I'll put a picture of him up here. I made him a few months ago. I will also link the video for you that I showed off Sunshine Guy if you want to see him more in detail. But Sunshine Guy went home. So Ash reached out to me last week, I think. Oh my gosh, Jovi wants out. Hang on. These dogs, man. Ash messaged me, I think last week, asking if I could do a custom commission for a friend for Sunshine Guy, and if I could do a moon. And I said, a moon? That's on brand. Heck yeah, I can. So I made Sunshine Guy a little partner. Meet Sunshine Guy's wife, Madam Moon. This is Madam Moon. Isn't she cute? She totally gives Jellycat vibes, right? Do you guys know about Jellycat? I was actually thinking about doing a this week's makes where I just crochet Jellycat reminiscent items, like with the dangly legs and like the cup of coffee. I've seen a crochet pattern for a Jellycat cup of coffee with the long legs. I just think that they are stinking cute. So for Sunshine Guy, I had done rainbow colored legs, white shoes with pink accents, but for her, because I wanted her to be like a juxtaposition so that when they sit next to each other, they complement each other without being matchy-matchy, without being drastic polar opposites. And it was kind of hard for me to do that without Sunshine Guy here, especially to gauge the size, but I'll talk about that in a second. But for the legs, I was like, I don't really want to go rainbow again because of, you know, what I just mentioned. So I was like, okay, let's do solid, but I still want to bring in a little bit of brightness. So that is why I added the star up here to bring in some of that yellow that will come from Sunshine Guy. And then the color that I pulled from in the shoes here are in Sunshine Guy's legs, I think. But the overall aesthetic of her is definitely more muted, whereas Sunshine Guy is very bright and obnoxious. I mean, he's a sun guy, so he's like the frat bro, and she's like the professor, and then they got together and had an affair. I've been reading way too many spicy books. We're gonna leave it there. I love how I crossed her legs too. So I left her legs solid, like it's like this mulberry color. This is actually the new Parfait plush, and this purple is so smooth, so smooth. And then for the shoes, this is Elise Voluto, some sort of like midnight blue color, but I wanted to bring in some pink since, like I mentioned, Sunshine Guy has pink in his shoes, but instead of going bright light pink like I did for him, I decided to go with blush light pink. So they complement each other without being matchy-matchy. And then for the body for her, I use, this is one of my favorite yarns, the Loops and Threads Fluffy Flex, which unfortunately you can no longer get. It was limited time and I'm bummed about it. Fortunately, I did stock up, although this used almost all of the purple that I had. This used almost an entire skein of yarn. And that brings me to the size. It was very difficult to gauge the size without Sunshine Guy being here, so I was going mostly based on memory. And the pictures that I have of him, like, it's just him. Like, there's my hand's not really in it or anything for me to visualize him in comparison to something else for size, if that makes sense. So hopefully she's not too big and not too little, and hopefully they sit next to each other nicely. But for the moon, I just looked up a free blog pattern on how to crochet a moon, but I followed like the base of it because it was very small. So then I just followed the pattern, like the repeat, and just made it big. Plus this yarn is very thick. Very, very thick. This little star is just ding-a-linging all over the place. I'm sure it's distracting so many of you. I'm so sorry. It's distracting me and my ADHD, which a lot of you guys say that I have. I'll try to hold it still. Here, we'll make her sit on my shoulder like a parrot. It's still ding-a-linging and now it's hitting me in the head, so that's not gonna work. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, this yarn's very thick, so it does work up quickly. Based on looking at this, you would have thought that it took me like a long time. I think that it only maybe took me a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know. I was watching Wednesday while I was making it. And honestly, time flies when you're crocheting and you're really into a show. Could have been 5 hours. I don't know. I did it within one episode, and I think episodes are about an hour long. So I had a little bit left on the end of the episode when I finished crocheting the moon. So it turned out a really good size. I used a 7mm hook on this. And then for the star, this is a Lise Voluto light yellow. Now I would have used that exact same yellow that I used on Sunshine Guy, but I am out of it. It was Burnout Baby Blanket. And unfortunately, I used the rest of it up on the Pikachu that I made last week. And I didn't even tell you guys, I lost yarn. Wait, did I tell you guys that I lost Yarn Chicken on Pikachu and then I had to pull a Lise Voluto? And the colors are very slightly off. I don't think I told you this last week when I was talking about Pikachu, but his arms and legs and head is a different color than his body and his tail, because I lost Yarn Chicken and didn't have enough of that Burnout Baby Blanket. But they're close enough that you can't really tell. So that is why I use the Lise Voluto on this. Although I will say it kind of looks like a flower. I don't know. In combination with the moon, it looks like a star. By itself, you could see it as a flower though. I embroidered her eyes because on Sunshine Guy, I did embroidery work, but I also crocheted little brown circles and sewed those on, and his eyes are open. I thought that it was a nice juxtaposition that her eyes were closed and she has the same smile as he did, just like a happy little smile, because, you know, he's daytime sunshine, she's nighttime moon time. So what else about this? Oh, I embroidered little stars too. I actually had to do the stars twice because something about this yarn, probably the mix of the thickness of the yarn and then how big the crochet hook was that I used, I was not able to get the stars looking not awful. It took me a couple of tries to get them looking like this. Like it probably took me an hour just to do the star embroidery because of how many times I had to like go back and redo it. Because what was happening is I would stick my needle through a part that I thought was good, but then once I would put it in and kind of, you know, put it back in, that's what she said, and pull it through, then the stitch, like it wouldn't be in the stitch that I thought that it would be, and then it would kind of slip forward into the next stitch because, you know, you can't stick your finger in there at all, but it's a 7mm hook, and this yarn is so fluffy that it was very deceiving where I was sticking things. If you're fluffy, it's deceiving where you're sticking things. That's the quote of the day today. So Ash, I hope that you love your moon, Madam Moon. Is that what I called her? Lady Moon, Madam Moon. And I hope that she enjoys her spot with her hubby Sunshine Guy. I wish that I had both of them so I could take a picture together with them, but I'll Photoshop. I'll work some magic. So I told you guys that I went crazy this week. I went hamburglers. That's something that Ryan and I say, because I always say I went ham, and then he started saying that I went hamburger when I went like really, really ham, and then we started saying hamburglar because we're 90s kids, and you know, the hamburglar, like from McDonald's. I went hamburglers making safety eyes. I spent so much money on and time on Amazon getting glitters and everything, and I just had a ball this week making safety eyes, so I wanted to show you some. Let's start with these Halloween themed eyes. Look at those glitters. So this is actually the same glitter that I used to make the turtle safety eyes, but I put in some little black stars, and I'm calling these eyes Pumpkin King. And all of these eyes, by the way, that I'm going to show you are going to be available on my website, www.thecelestialhomebody.com. Link is in the bio. I only made a handful of these. This one I actually only made one pair of. So these are 35mm safety eyes. These are big honking guys, and they're white pupils. So I only made one set because these are a very, very niche thing. Halloween white pupil, giant white pupil. But I think that these would just look so freaking cool in a Halloween plushie. So if any of you guys buy these, please tag me in what you make with them. That goes for any of these eyes, but these ones especially. I want to see your Halloween makes. Or send it to me via email or something. So I made one set of the 35 millimeters, and then I also made, I think, 3 sets of the 20 millimeters. I think that these would be really cool in a Halloween themed sea turtle. Like, I have seen modifications for patterns of Halloween sea turtles where like the shell is like brains, or it's a Frankenstein turtle, or zombie turtle. It would just be so cool in a Halloween plushie. I mean, these do not have to be for Halloween. Just orange and black in general could work for any sort of fall thing. I think it's the white pupil that really adds like that creepy factor and makes them more Halloweeny, you know? So I made a couple of these 20 millimeters as well. Then I made some that I have made before with a twist. So you might have seen my Cinderella inspired safety eyes with the little holographic butterflies. You guys, these are so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so giddy with myself. I had so much fun making these, you guys. But the last time I did the Cinderella eyes, I only made a handful and they sold out, and a few people were messaging me asking if I could make more. Well, they're back, baby. I think I made 10 sets of these. I made 10 sets in 30 millimeter and 10 sets in 20 millimeter. These are the 20 millimeters. The 20s only have one little butterfly in them, but they're still this really pretty silver, blue, purple shifting glitter. But these are some of my favorite eyes. How stunning is that color shift? I was experimenting with color gradient with the glitter. So I mean, I don't even know if you can tell, to be honest with you, but what I did was at the top I did more blue glitter, and then at the bottom I did more purple glitter. So maybe you can see they kind of mixed together. They had a lot of the same like elements in them. It's meant to be a very, very subtle thing, and you can really only see it if the light catches it right. But regardless, they're still Cinderella inspired eyes, and I called them Cinderella inspired because if you've ever seen the live action Cinderella that Disney made, her dress is blue. The majority of it is blue. My brain is lagging so hard today. The majority of it is blue, but she has some silver and purple accents in it, and then across the top there are these little gold and blue butterflies, and the butterfly theme is something that is prevalent through that whole movie. So that is why I called these the Cinderella eyes. So I made those. Speaking of color gradients, I wanted to try my hand at making some Lisa Frank inspired eyes. You guys know how much I love Lisa Frank. That's an inside joke here on the channel. And so I had this idea of maybe I could create a sense of cheetah print or leopard print, either or, by putting these little black dots in the eyes first, curing that, and then doing a rainbow sparkly background. They look very cool, don't get me wrong, but it is not the vibe that I had in mind with them actually looking like leopard print in there. So I only made one pair of these. Once these 30 millimeters are gone, then they are gone. I might revisit doing the rainbow in the future. I mean, look at those colors. Those are very Lisa Frank colors with the magenta, fuchsia, hot pink, the orange, the lime green, and that really bold teal. But once they're gone, they're gone. I'm sure that they make some sort of nail sticker or something that looks like cheetah or leopard print, and then I could use that. If I can find some of that, then I'll revisit the Lisa Frank idea, but I did have fun making those. these next ones, I hear somebody at my door. Is somebody there? Maybe not. Hello? Nobody's there. Just the ghost. My next ones, these are inspired by my baby girl's eyes. Celeste has hazel, so her eye color, it could change, but she actually has one of the rarest eye colors in humanity. She has what is called central heterochromia with a chameleon shift. So what that means is that on the center of her eyes are amber colored, kind of, with flecks of green, and then on the outside they are blue. So her eyes are like all the colors, and then depending on the lighting or what she's wearing, from the side her eyes are straight gold. If it is like direct lighting, her eyes look teal blue. In lower dimmer lighting, her eyes look green. So like they color shift, so that's why they're called chameleon eyes, and she has centralized heterochromia. So all of this to say, I wanted to do an eye kind of inspired by her, just a little bit. So these are gold broken glass is what I'm calling them eyes, where in them the underlying theme is gold green, but then you get all of these fun little pops of rainbow, and then there are little shards of broken glass in them. So I made all of these in 25 millimeters, and I want to say I made 5 pairs of these, but I think that these would also look really cool in some sort of specialty turtle. These kind of remind me of like New Year's. I don't know why, like a holiday or a New Year's plushie. I think these would look really cool in. So those are my shattered glass eyes. Then I made 2 sets of these because it's me and I had to get some celestial fun in there. So these have 2 stars and a moon in them, similar to that purple turtle that I showed you. But the glitter in this is black holographic rainbow. So I have named these a little witchy because they're just a little witchy. They have the stars and the moon, and they're black. They're a black pupil with black glitter. So they're a little monochromatic, but in the light, you can see how that rainbow really shows up, and they're so pretty. So I made 2 sets of those. And then, considering I am a Broadway musical theater nerd, if you did not know, major nerd, and part 2 of Wicked is coming out next month in November, I had to make a set of Alphaba and Glinda themed eyes. So I made 3 of these sets, and in this set you get both. You can't buy these separately. You get those green ones with the little black stars in them. You see those 3 black stars at the top? That one, this one's called Wicked. And then the pinks, these ones are called Popular, and those are hot pink with little silver iridescent stars in them, and both sets are 25 millimeters. These are fun. I love the pink and the green together. I actually had the idea that if I were to use these, I might mix and match these and do a heterochromia thing where on a plushie, one eye is pink, one eye is green. I think that would be cool, and I might actually take myself up on that idea and do that. So then, you guys, I told you I went crazy. I have so many of these to show you guys. So then I had found on Amazon these little fruit nail charm things. Honestly, what they feel like, they feel a little spongy. Like, remember in elementary school, if you're around my age, around 30s, in elementary school at the Scholastic Book Fair, they'd have those erasers that looked like a heart, for example, and it would be like just a long tube. It kind of looks like those, but then they cut them into very fine pieces. And that is what went in these eyes. So those little lemons, that is what reminded me of the eraser just cut up. But I had a set of fruits, and I thought that it would be so much fun to do a fruit collection. So on all of these that I'm about to show you, I only made 1 set of all of these. So here we have the blue with the lemons. I don't have fun name for these. I just name them blue lemons. But we're going to have Michaela also name all of these eyes and see what kinds of names she would give them, because she's weird and she's random. So we'll see what she says. So we've got those ones. These next ones are my favorite. These are the hot pink kiwis. Look at how summery and fun those look. All of these are 30 millimeters, by the way. We've got those ones. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments which of these are your favorite. Then we have the yellow gold watermelons. These ones are nostalgic to me. Oh, I'm holding the card upside down, but you get the idea. These ones are very nostalgic to me, and I don't really know why. Like, what is this reminding me of? This color combo and the watermelons specifically. I don't know. Then we have the dark orange with the limes. You put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. There's a hair on it. Excuse that. The limes with the orange. And then finally in the fruit collection, I did a green with strawberries. This is definitely for all of those cottagecore people out there who love the strawberries. But I love that green color shift. That is a different green than like the Wicked, for example. There's the Wicked and there's this green. See, they're different. This one has a little bit more opalescent to it. This one is more sparkle to it. So that is the fruit collection. We've got one of each of those. Let me know which one's your favorite. Mine is the pink with the kiwis. Then the last collection that we did, because it's me, we had to do a collection of pastels. So this is the pastel opal collection. So all of these eyes are opalescent. I only made 3 of each of these, and I have them in 3 sets in 30s and 3 sets in 25 millimeters. So this is the pink color. I could sit here and look at eyes sparkle all day long, seriously. Then we have the purple. Those ones really look like opals. I love opals. That is such a pretty stone. So beautiful. Then we have the greens, and this green is even different than those previous 2 that I showed you. Oh my gosh, that rainbow reflection in those greens. Love them. Then we have a pastel sky blue. Ooh, ah. And then finally, my favorite. These are champagne gold, but big Kardashian butt. They do not look champagne gold. These are what I would call rainbow. Stunning. Oh my gosh, I want to wear that on a dress. Can somebody make me this on a dress? If Joann's was still in business, I would just go and buy myself some of this fabric, and I would make myself a gala gown, and then I would need somebody to invite me to a gala. What even is a gala? A party? A ball. Invite me to a ball so that we can play Bridgerton, please. So that's all the safety eyes that I made. So that was a big chunk of my week. Safety eyes take so long. I did not even realize how long it takes to sit there, especially with the really complex ones, like the Lisa Frank ones, for example, with all those different colors and having to use the little tweezers. I was sitting there looking like with the posture of a cooked shrimp, putting in all of the little pieces and getting super sticky. I was so sticky, you guys. That's what she said. My hands were tacky for days, and glitter is like the herpes of crafts, and it is all over the house, and I don't know that I'm ever going to get rid of it. So that is all I have to show you guys today, but in just a second here, we're going to invite Michaela back in and see what kind of comment she makes about my office, and let's see if she can pinpoint what different crafting tools are used for. I don't even think she knows what a crochet hook is, you guys. we'll see. But I don't even think that she could, if I were to ask her, what tool do you use to crochet? I don't think she would know that it's a crochet hook. That's how little information she has going into this. So this should be fun. I almost forgot. Ryan just came in and reminded me. Thank you to our channel members in the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys keep this little galaxy spinning. If you are interested in becoming a member of the coziest couch in the cosmos, the couch is always open. There's a link in the description box below. Okay, come in.
Oh, gosh. It's nice.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's a lot. Thanks. So bad.
It's a lot, she says. Does it not hurt my eye? What, you don't know where to look?
No.
My counter is not working. It's worth noting.
First question is, who's this old lady?
That was there when we moved in.
Oh, well, it seems like it should be personal. Right?
It
Grandma
was-
Agatha. She loved this room? Okay.
We don't know. It was there when we moved in, so we don't know how long it's been there.
A long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, first things first. Do you know what this is?
It's the star from Mario Brothers. Rosalinda's star.
Who?
Rosalinda?
Close.
Rosalina?
Rosalina. You know who that is. Okay.
Merida. That's
Yeah.
Merida and her little bear.
If you were to give this creature a name, what would you name it?
Penelope, because he's purple.
What? How does that correlate? Because they both start with P?
Well, I don't know. I just think Penelope when I think purple.
Okay. If your name is Penelope, I hope you're
This
purple.
also seems like Penelope.
Well, you can't name them both Penelope. Okay. Let's go over here to the desk area. First thing. Okay, Michaela, you ready?
A ruler.
No. Hang on.
Oh, it's like my password journal.
What is it used
A light, when you want to write in invisible ink.
Yeah.
Really?
I write secret messages to everybody. when
I don't
have
know why you
orders.
would need that, so that's not right. But that is a blue light like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's to dry something. It's a dryer of sorts.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Do you know what craft it is used for?
Laminating.
Kind of, actually. It's a UV resin light. So you use this UV resin with it, and I use it to make the safety eyes. Okay, let's do an easy one. What is this used for?
A hole puncher?
Yeah, that was easy.
I don't know why you would need to use this though. Like, what sort of things would you punch?
Why do you think I need to use it?
To punch the cards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This seems awfully aggressive.
Yeah, it's one of these ones that, like, you can set it to different sizes, so I didn't have to buy multiple.
Is this for the baby?
No. What do you think those are used for, crafting wise?
Are they for your pin? The where you set up at the fairs? Like you put it so people walk on it?
The pins, people walk on it? I'm not tracking.
The booth that you put up, your pin. I don't know, your pen. I don't know, your booth. Your booth.
Sorry, did you just call my market booth?
So people walk on it so they feel at home. Extra. That seems like something you would do.
Oh, that was like a slur to all of my customers. like they're pigs in the
I
pen.
didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Okay, so it's not to walk on.
It's not to walk on, no.
Is it a stencil?
No.
Bro. I have no clue.
This
Is it
one's
like
hard.
a poster and it's supposed to be like a 3D thing, like a map where all the little things connect?
What craft would that be used for?
That is the crafts. Like you hang these up and then you put like the map of the United States with yarn. Okay, how about this? I'll tell you. These are called blocking boards. Based on that, do you have any ideas?
No.
And they're used, I use them for that. And they're called blocking boards. Does that give you any clues?
Oh! Okay, yeah. So you put it on the ground and then you start to make it on the boards and you connect it. And then when it's all done, you'll unravel it and then see the straight. Like the
Not quite. You're getting somewhere. I see you cooking. It is because after you make something like that, the edges are very wavy. So you wet it and then you put it on the blocking boards and then you put it down and then dry it. And then it dries straight with straight edges.
What? This can't be literally for anything.
It's for multiple things, actually. And I will give you a hint. I use it with crochet.
It's like a placeholder. When you pause, you'll like stick it through this and that's where you left off.
Stick what through that?
Like after the last little loop.
No, but that's actually a really good idea.
Okay, I have no clue.
So I use it for two things. That is a neck stabilizer. So, yeah.
For the stuffed animals?
For like the dolls like Merida. So I fold it like this and then I stick it in her neck and then her head isn't as floppy. It's still a little floppy, but not as floppy.
Oh, so there's one in her right now?
Yeah. And then I also use these for gummy worms. So I'll crochet around them. And then, yeah, they're like fidgets.
That's nice. This is satisfying to touch.
That's what she said.
What? Is this for crafts?
It's for craft YouTube adjacent.
A GoPro? Oops, I turned it on. This seems expensive. Whatever it is. Oh, it's a GoPro.
Go like this.
Whoa, what the heck? Who got you this?
I did. Yeah, it's on a gimbal.
So what is this? That's creepy.
It's a camera. It's creepy.
That thing is creepy.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Okay, that seems expensive, and you couldn't even get me a birthday present.
It was not cheap.
That?
The next thing.
Halloween time. This is for crafts?
Yes.
Okay, it's not decoration.
Well, it's kind of decoration, but it's meant to be functional. But it's really cool. A subscriber made that for me.
It's just a bowl.
A bowl for trick-or-treat candy?
No, these holes are for something. To hold sticks. To hold crochet sticks.
Crochet stick. Okay, kind of.
What are they called?
What do you think? Look at the spiral on the front. Does that give you any clues?
No clue. Just looks like a hostess. I don't know. Can you give me a hint? Oh, it's the thread. It's the thread yarn. You put the yarn in here and it threads it and you cut it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't thread it. It's a yarn bowl, so it holds your yarn as you're working, so it contains it and it freely spins in here.
Wow, that's nice. And what are these for?
Just to like hold stuff.
That's a great gift. Whoever sent this.
Yeah.
That's great. And I bet you they used a 3D printer.
Yeah. And it's shiny purple too.
A yarn needle. I mean a crochet needle.
Can you think of a more appropriate term for it?
Are there different sizes like golf clubs?
Yeah.
Okay. So a medium. A medium-sized crochet needle. Is that not what it's called?
That is a crochet hook. A needle is the pointy thing with the hole.
I did know that.
Yeah, that's a hook.
And this is a nice grip on it.
Yeah.
So if you're sweaty, you don't slide.
Yeah.
I have a good intellectual question.
Yeah.
Are these yarns different than those yarns in terms of texture?
Yeah, can you tell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because these
touch them.
These look very soft, like a cozy.
Yeah.
These seem like a bath towel. Rough.
Yeah. Is it rough?
Yeah.
It's rougher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's blanket yarn. And this is chenille.
They gotta make fancy names.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, and this one's funfetti. This looks like those little brownies.
Yeah, like a cosmic brownie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last one, I think.
Dude, there's still so much in here. These all look like lip glosses. I know they're not. But they're what, pens?
She says these all look like lip glosses.
Is it a pen?
Yeah.
For what?
They're
What are you
markers.
drawing for? Do you draw on them? On this to be like, okay, I need to stop at this.
It's unrelated to it's unrelated to crochet. Oh my gosh, those are just for like coloring, like in a coloring book.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, what do you think those are for?
Can I take a... Oh. What the heck? This is... Dude, this is like brutal. This is like what the older people put in their hairs.
I literally wear them in my hair sometimes.
That's how you know you're old.
Yeah. I'm a geriatric 30-year-old.
I don't know, but crochet sticks also somehow.
Yeah, they're crochet sticks, yes. What do you do with them though?
Do you do this?
What would you do? Like, what would you do with that motion?
Crochet.
Okay, that would be knitting. More like knitting, first of all.
Okay.
Those are called amigurumi sticks or crochet sticks.
Okay.
You want to say amigurumi?
Amigurumi.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So take the ball off the top and stick it through. So that you put in. Isn't it so satisfying? I do that all the time. Isn't it satisfying?
Wow.
I know, great way to get out your anger. So these are used to hold the parts on while you sew. So stick it through the leg and the moon. So you put those in, and then that way you can sew the parts on. Yeah.
Like a sew machine?
No, it's like a hand sewing. All of these parts are hand sewn on.
If you gave me a ball of yarn, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Maybe on the next video, we'll teach Michaela how to crochet with her crochet needle, where she does, what's the motion again? All right, what do you think that is?
Scrapbooking paper. And
You think so?
Oh, laminate. No, not laminate.
You sure?
It feels like a laminate. Is it laminate?
Yeah. That's for stickers.
Oh, so this is the back of his sticky.
Yeah, so I put
Like
that
if you
over.
take the paper
Uh-huh.
off. So you can make your own stickers?
That's literally like my full-time job, Michaela. She cares nothing about my life. I want everybody to know.
You can make, so when they charge like $7 for a sticker, I can just come to you?
Each one of those squares, and I have more downstairs, was sent to me by a subscriber.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You
You
wanna-
want to keep making it bigger?
Yeah, when we get the shed. If we get the shed.
Do you have more that are just hiding away?
Yeah, there's a ton downstairs on the dining table still.
You have 10K followers?
Yeah, more than that.
What? Hi, guys. I have an Instagram. I have a TikTok. I make travel content for you nomads out there. It's called Mac Wraps. Find me on TikTok or on YouTube.
Okay, so how about this? You name the eyes for me. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So this is my Wicked collection. So these are called Wicked, and these are called Popular.
And people are buying these just based on the name?
No.
These are
This
Penelopes.
Those are both Penelopes. Okay.
Okay. Like Masquerade Ball.
Okay, Masquerade Ball. Oh, I like that.
But how long can the name be? Whatever. This one's just like winter classy.
Winter classy, okay.
Oh, this one can't decide.
What color do you see in those?
It's like rainbow.
Yeah.
Like iridescent. So I would say, party please. Oh, this one's limited too.
Because of the lemons. Why not the
Oh, I thought they were
watermelons?
just green polka dots.
No.
No, this one's definitely limited too.
Okay.
This one, this was the one I would choose. This one's Summer Bash.
Okay.
Ooh, this one is Life of a Showgirl.
We have a Swiftie here, everybody.
Oh, this one is, that's sweet.
That's sweet. Okay, then how about these?
This one is, ooh, this is fun. Ooh, this one's Aloha. Funky Fresh.
Wait, you know what I was inspired
What?
by to make those? Lisa Frank. Lisa Frank, like the rainbow dolphins and the puppy and the rainbow cat, angel cat.
What?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
I was looking up Lisa Frank.
Oh, like the coloring books. Yeah, I remember.
How could you forget Lisa Frank?
How did I? Oh my gosh, yes! She would take forever on these, and I'd do like 2 colors and I'd be done. And then you would make it all intricate in the coloring books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And like the folders for
Lisa
school.
Frank.
I used to always get the golden retrievers or
Yes.
the dolphins. Those were my go-to.
Oh my gosh.
Little Lisa Frank.
Yes! The folders. We had the folders in the
Yes.
notebooks.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And we had coloring books too. Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
So you can see how those are the Lisa Frank now, right?
I do see now.
Oh my gosh, it's so zoomed in. Okay, how about those?
Wanda and Cosmo.
Okay, and then how about these?
Goth Girl.
Goth Girl, okay. And then over here,
And then these are Halloween themed, right? You got for the Halloween season?
they can be whatever you want them to be.
I
Naming
think
them.
it should be something, because if you do Halloween, then you're closing your market to just Halloween now.
Wow, look at that marketing strat.
So you should do like pumpkin cutie. Like something not quite on the nose.
Pumpkin Cutie. Yeah. I actually named it Pumpkin King.
Oh, no. King.
Yeah.
That makes it sound scary. This is friendly.
They're white pupils. A lot of people find the white pupils very scary.
Oh. Yes. Lights on, no one's home.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
That one, she says. You think the white pupils are scary?
Yes.
Okay, and then the last ones are these.
These ones are cute. Butterflies.
Those
Forever young.
I want to be forever young. Oh my gosh, Joe. Wait, okay, I based those off of a movie.
Is that real or just for show?
Yeah, that's real paint.
Oh, wow.
It's just dried on there. Okay, I based those ones off of a movie. Do you want to guess what movie it is?
Is it Disney?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White? I mean Cinderella?
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't resemble butterflies.
Look at your phone. Look up live action Cinderella.
Like little yellow circles for like her bun. No one thinks a butterfly.
This is why I'm the designer. Look up live action Cinderella dress now.
No, it doesn't have butterflies. Oh, right there. Yeah, it still doesn't do it. See, because I'm traditional. So what type of crowd are you selling to?
Well, let me know if you liked Michaela being on the video today, and we'll make her butt fly out from California just to record another video. All right, say goodbye to everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.